Okay, that's cool. We're starting to stream. Okay. Well, hello everyone. This is Crawford Farms. I had started doing this as videos earlier, time lapse videos. I didn't much enjoy doing the editing to try and get it so that it was watchable. So I'm going to try and do some live streams from it. This is my cat harvester. I have some other equipment over there. So what I think I'll try and do today is clear out the rest of this woods so that when the spring comes, one, I'll have enough money to, well, I guess it is spring. There we go. And here we go. And hey Delta, how are you today, buddy? Is it actually working? I'm doing good. This is my second stream for the day, which is unusual for me by itself. But we'll give it a try and see how it works. I'm not doing too bad. I'm only dropping about 2% of my frames. And you're going live later tonight, I assume? Did I read that right, that you were going on, what did I read? Oh, John's map. Yeah, well, I can't really do too much about the trees in the cab. I'm hoping maybe they'll have fixed that glitch by the time they put out 2019, but I have my doubts. They can't stop rain from coming into buildings, so I'm guessing that we might have some issues with that. Alright, back out of here. And go cut some more trees. Is it updates version? Cool. Should try and come on that later. That'd be. I'll have a look for your mods and I'll try and download them. Make sure I've got everything and. Okay, I can do that. Okay, I'm gonna actually make a change to this because I absolutely hate the auto. I like the way it works with it, but I don't like it automatically sizing it because it doesn't size it properly. So I will do it myself. on your phone, yeah. And actually, I tried this morning, and I was dropping almost 20% of my frames. I'm doing pretty good now. I had played with the bit rate a little bit, and at 950 it was dropping 20% of the frames. Hello, Genetic. How are you, buddy? Good to see you. I haven't talked to you in a while. So I'm playing on Crawford Farms, guys. Probably knew that anyways. You've been hiding, Genetic? Yeah. I assume you're busy at work. I haven't really been doing a whole lot anyways, so this is other stuff. Oh, other stuff can be a pain in the ass. So my follower viewer count for streams, I did a stream yesterday, or this morning. I had 1 viewer. I've already got 2 tonight. I'm probably only going to stream about half an hour or so. Then I got to go make some supper. Because, you know, I am growing in certain ways. And I need to keep myself fed. Don't know if it'd go that far, Delta. It's just going to be probably a casserole of some sort. Turn off that beeper. I don't know what it'll be exactly. I have to actually make it up. I do that on occasion, make up casseroles or whatever as I go, depending on what ingredients I feel like putting on to it at the time. That's what I will do. Yeah, Delta will cook for me. That's okay. I'll cook for myself. Just joking, Delta. I know you can cook. I've seen some of the stuff you put on pictures of. The casseroles work for me. just because I have to go to work in the morning. I have to take enough food for 2 meals, so having some casseroles available actually makes that easier for me. So I had a good evening last night. I went over to Prince Edward Island, watched the meat market in action while my brother painted in an art battle. Unfortunately for him, he didn't make it past the second round, or the first round. But it was interesting. Lots of young college students running around on in the bar. And the beer was extremely good because it was in a brewery. And they made it fresh. I did limit myself, however, to a couple of beer because I had to drive later in the evening. I didn't say you couldn't cook, Delta. I just said I don't want to wait for you to cook for me. I did have a good time. With my brother not making it past the first round, I was able to spend some time talking with him. Although the music was pretty loud. They had a DJ playing and whatnot. But, some extremely talented people. Extremely talented people doing some painting there last night. It was quite something. The girl who won it is heading to Toronto in less than a month to compete in the nationals. Okay, that was... I just heard some sounds that I don't know what they mean. FK the Lonely... Delta Bravo Security has subscribed. And FK the Lonely Pig has subscribed. That I assume would be the pig named Farmer Klein. Wow, I got 2 new subscribers. That's always awesome. Thank you, Delta, because I assume those are both names of yours. I'm up to 3 viewers. Awesome. Dislike spike, yeah. Well, that's good. I always like to see a dislike spike. At least people are watching if they're disliking it. So basically, I'm cutting logs and separating lengths according to their sizes. And after a bit, I'll be, once I get this forest all cut down, because it seems like I'm going to have lots of days until I actually get rid of all the snow that's on this map. I'll haul some of it away and sell it. Anything 3 meters or under goes into the grinder, becomes some wood chips to sell later. Honestly, Delta, I'm very happy to be streaming. Thank you for letting me know about this Streamlabs. That's really helped me. I still trying to figure it all out, but I've played with some of the settings, so hopefully things are coming up. I know I was having a problem yesterday to get the chat to come up on the screen. I still don't know if it is. But most people who are watching can check the chat at the same time anyways. Since there's 2 or 3 of you anyways. Damn it, I thought I had that working. That's okay. I'll figure it out at some point. Did anything pop up when you subscribed, Delta? Security? Because I thought I tried to fix that too. But I don't know if it did or not. Alright, that means I got more work to do with the Streamlabs and figuring it out. I tried to put the remote control on my phone today and that wouldn't work either, so once spring comes around, well, spring is here in the game, but once the ground's thawed out, although it is thawed actually, I plan on replanting this entire forest area. But I'll have a fair bit of work to do to get everything ground up and ready to go first. Get rid of all the stumps. And all the logs, because there are a lot of them. So as you can see, I am cutting 3 different lengths of logs. The 6 and 10 meter logs will be going to the mill. And the 3 meter logs will be going into a chipper. Which I can't remember if I have purchased the chipper yet or not. But I have a couple of different options for chippers that I use. This piece of equipment I'll have to actually send you, Delta, if you are interested in it. It came from another one of our friends that plays. He sent me this quite a while ago, actually. It came from the Moose, who I played with for quite a bit, and actually was my first viewer this morning on my stream. He sent me the this and a John Deere harvester, a buncher feller, but it needs to be edited yet. But this one works quite well. I can put the link to it or send the file to you in Discord after Mr. Bravo. Logging server next weekend. Ow, that sounds like fun. I will definitely get it to you. The other piece of software I'm using is the harvester automation, and I can't remember where I got that either, but I know I can find it again in my mods folder, and I'll put it in a Dropbox or something to send to you. It's handy because you just have one button press and it'll change your lengths to preset lengths instead of scrolling all the way through them, especially if you want to do this, or you can use different lengths of trees. If you this one here does. It's I can't remember where he told me he got it from. I've had it for probably 3 months anyways, so maybe more. Yeah, FDR equipment's fun for logging with. Don't make the same mistake I did, and when we did our challenge. If you remember how quickly we crashed your server on that challenge. Don't let a lard loose with a harvester is basically what I'm trying to say. Well, Laird and I were both involved in that, so that's why I say we. It was my challenge. So I will take some responsibility for my challenge. Even though Laird didn't listen and cut every tree he could find. And I think that's all he did for about 2 days was cut trees. He was using the Volvo, I think. Yeah, I'll be in for that one. I think. Depends on the times and such. This weekend coming up being Canada Day weekend, I might be going to Prince Edward Island again, actually, for an event they're having. Has to do with where my father worked and some other things when I was younger. They're having they're gonna launch, actually built an ice boat, like the old ice boats that they used to use before they put the ferries in here. Well, it's Quebec weekend if you live in Quebec, I guess, eh? Or you're heading to Quebec. And get rid of this log that's jammed up in the undercarriage. Here we go. So I'm almost through to the other side of this forest, but it will take a little while to finish cutting it all. And it is going to take me forever, for sure, to get all these logs actually out of here. And loaded up and sent off to the mill. Hey Moose, how are you, buddy? I'm using one of your mods here, the Cat Harvester, and Delta was actually just asking about it, where you got it, or where I got it from, and I told them you, but I can't remember the website or where it came from originally. But I must say this is now my go-to harvester for all wood-related projects. Another thing, that this automation mod that I have running here as well, it'll allow you to actually harvest any type of tree. So you're not limited to just the softwood trees. You can actually harvest the hardwood trees and knock them down. And it works really good for that. Well, not really good because it drops them, but it allows you to not have to get out of your machine and do a bunch of harvesting with the chainsaw when all you want to do is cut trees and get them out of the way. Once I get up here, I'll demonstrate that for you. I'm pretty sure up beside this building somewhere there's a hardwood tree. actually going to drive through the forest here and find a hardwood tree. I know there's none in this actual forest, but up here on Buddy's front lawn, I'm pretty sure I have one somewheres around that I can cut. Try and stay below the power lines here. Unless there's none right there. Come over and have a look, see, oh, there's one. How the pigs are doing. Running around in the snow. One thing about this map, when you start, it has pigs and sheep on it, which are pretty neat. So you immediately start having to feed and maintain the animals. He's in there now, so we're going to cut down this oak, which you can't do with normal harvesters. Well, you can actually if you have the automation trigger in here. Now you'll still have to grind it up by hand or whatever you want to do. But if you're using, you know, equipment, it makes things a little quicker. So I will send you those two mods, Delta, probably tonight before your stream. I'll go on and download the new map, and I'll try and join you. I definitely won't be streaming it, but it's worth a try anyways. It takes a while to cut down a forest. And this is one of the smallest ones on this map, so move the harvester into this clearing here and go see what else I have. I haven't played this map for a while, so I know I have some equipment, but I just don't remember exactly what equipment I had. I've got trees everywhere. I can see a loader and a truck down here, and I think, oh, I do have my skidder. That's great. What I was doing was hauling the trees for the trunks down here. Oh, I also have the porter on here for the shorter trims. That's nice too. I got a Ponzi, and I've got my skidder. Now, we ran into an issue with the skidder since I've been having an issue with my TeamSpeak anyways. Or not. With Farm Sim, with one of my... I've got a mod conflict somewhere I still haven't resolved. I really don't know why I left these trees. I guess they weren't full grown, but... once trees are on the map, they won't let's see what we can do with the Ponzi. I haven't done this in a while, so. Thank you, Delta. I've been practicing. I have a lot of loading work to do. As you can see, I have 3/4 of a forest down, and most of the trees are still on the ground. That's what I thought was going to happen. I really don't know why I'm loading these ones here, because I could have used the loader and actually put them right on the truck. But I'll play around with it a bit. Maybe I'll drive this load right down to the mill and sell it. As the mill's not that far away anyways. Yeah. Pay attention where I'm going. These stumps will stop up most of the machines I'm using. I'm gonna have to learn to talk when I'm doing things. That's a little bit more challenging, I guess. It's kind of a new thing for me as well, to watch the chat and try and talk to the chat. I'm enjoying streaming so far. Of course, I haven't got any trolls watching me yet, which, well, other than Delta, of course, but I'm used to him. go over there. There we go. Skipman's the first. See, I haven't had to deal with Skipman yet. I don't know if he's even subscribed to me. Kinda doubt it. It's fair that Delta trolls me, because I've trolled him for quite a while now, and he hasn't kicked me off anything yet, so I'm not going to complain too much about him trolling me. Alright. So I'm more or less just gathering up the 6-meter lugs with this. It's the 10-meter lugs are just too long for it. See if I can get this one over here. Still looking for logs to pick up that are the right length. That one might be close enough. Yeah, alright. Up here, grab a few more logs, and then I'll go sell them. Since I don't really have the equipment I'm going to need to actually farm the land I have yet. I have to sell these logs to be able to do the farming side of the operation. And since I have pigs, and since this is a New Brunswick map that's based in a potato field, I'm going to have to do several kinds of crops. There's a bunch of 5 meters. So I'm going to try, I don't know if I'll be able to this next few days, but I am going to try to stream at least once a day from now on. I don't know how long I'll keep that up. But go back to work tomorrow, 8 to 8 shifts, so it will be in the evening tomorrow night when I stream. Those 12-hour shifts make doing things like this hard, because you're usually pretty exhausted by the time you get home from them. We'll get it figured out as we go along. I will try and get chat up in the screen here probably. Eventually, I think I'll be able to get things figured out. Alright, I think that's enough of a load. Much more than that with the MR, and we'll start flipping things over. As we saw yesterday on the stream, that wasn't much fun. Although it did make for an interesting stream. Where we get to try out uprating a tanker truck. I think I'm going to probably start stockpiling these 8-meter or 6-meter long logs somewheres and haul them all to the mill once I get the trucks in place to do it. I have the truck, it's just a matter of getting everything working. These nice straight lines, I've found the gritter mod, which worked really well to melt down the snow and give me traction on the road. Which is great. I'm really enjoying that. As you can see, there's lots of trees on this map for me to cut. So by the time the snow goes, I might have the map half clear cut. But, we'll see what happens. From future experience or previous experience on this map, I know that the ground freezes overnight after the first night. So once that happens, I won't be able to do any work on the ground. You know, with the ground temperature at 0, I wouldn't be able to plant anything anyways. Once I deliver this at the yard here, I'm gonna call an end to the stream, go make some supper, and then I'm gonna try and stream or go online with Delta this evening and play some multiplayer, which I haven't done for a while, which is a lot of fun as well. And I really enjoy the multiplayer. And we're just about to the mill. the mill is conveniently located next to the sell point, or the shop, which means you can go in and sell your wood. What's the breaking news, Delta? That I enjoy playing multiplayer? Oh, Trucker MP with traffic. That would be fine. I don't have a problem with that. Some people might. Alright, now I gotta find the sell point here. Which, of course, is conveniently covered with snow. Oh, there it is. There we go. All sold, and I made a few $1,000s. About 18,000 from that load, so that's not bad. Takes some work, but it's well worth it. Truckers MP with traffic. That is a game changer. I wonder if you're going to be able to choose that or not. Guys, I'll jump around here quickly and show you the equipment that I'm using. Obviously, we've seen this. Cat harvester. I've got a JCB loader that I'm using for the pigs and sheep to feed them. I've got a Crivets 700A that I've got my skidder on. And I've got Crivets loader, which is great. The loader forks work really well with the logs. I really enjoy playing with that. And I have an old Russian truck. It actually has an auto load script on it, but it only works half the time in my Ponzi. Alright guys, I'm going to call an end to the stream. Thank you for watching, gentlemen and ladies. If you ever watch this, that's cool. Have a good one, and I'll try and be back tomorrow sometime.